Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana122. As you may remember, Dasaratha was confessing. I have to relate to you an incident which took place when I was a young prince. I had learned a difficult trick in archery. I could, by listening to the sound made by an animal, kill it with an arrow aimed from a distance. This is called Shabdavedi, and I was very good at it. It was of great use to me during hunting, and I was quite proud of my achievement. It was the rainy season. The sun had burnt the earth with his fierce rays during summer, and the skies now assumed a darkness because of the rain clouds. The noise made by the frogs was welcome, since it was an indication that the rain would follow soon. I remember everything very clearly. The birds were drenched with the rain, which had begun to pour suddenly, and the trees were the only shelters they could find. The mountains were covered by the rainfall, and the earth looked like the sea, so full of water was it. Water was flowing from the mountains like snakes winding down its slopes. It was exciting to go out in the rain, and armed with my bow and arrows, I went to the banks of the Sarayu to hunt. I stood still, and to my ears came the noise made by the elephant drinking water with its trunk. Familiar as I was with Shabdavedi, I took up an arrow and shot it in the direction from which the noise came. A moment passed, and to my dismay, I heard the cry of a human being in pain. I heard someone say, "Why should I, an ascetic, be hunted like an animal? Who is this sinful man who has done me to death? Who is this shameful man? Who is he?" I rushed to the spot, and there I saw a young ascetic. His body was covered with dust and blood, and by his side was a pot from which water had flowed out. He looked at me and said, "A prince, and yet you've done something unforgivable. How have I offended you that you should punish me like this? I came to the river to take water for my old parents who are blind. They will be helpless without me. They'll also die, since they cannot live without me. They were thirsty, and so I came here to fetch water for them. They do not know I'm dying." He was getting tired, and I fell at his feet and told him about the mistake which had been committed by me. He could not be pacified, but after a while he said, "Oh, Prince, go at once to my father and tell him what you have done. This footpath leads to our ashram, and if you go along this, you will reach him. Try and pacify him and avert a curse which he is likely to pronounce. Take this pot, fill it with water, and take it with you. And do me a favor. This arrow is hurting me abominably, and my life is ebbing away too slowly. Be kind and remove the arrow from the wound." I was hesitant, but he assured me I would not be dogged by the sin of killing a Brahmin. I removed the arrow, and almost immediately he died. Like a sinner, I walked to the ashram of the old people with the pot of water in my hands. I saw them, the old couple. They were sitting near the doorway waiting for the sun. They heard my footsteps and said, "Have you brought water for us?" I did not know how to approach them. I stood still, and the old man said, "Why are you standing so far away? Come closer and give the pot of water. We cannot see you, and you know you are everything to us. Do not sport with us, but give the water. Your mother is very thirsty. Why are you so silent?" I plucked up enough courage to go near them. I said, "I am not your son. I am a prince by name Dasaratha. I belong to the race of the sun. I have unwittingly caused great pain for both of you. The act is not to be forgiven easily, and yet I beseech you, forgive me, since I did not mean it." They were impatient to know what had happened, and I told them what I had done. The sound of the pot being filled, I said, seemed to me to be the noise made by the elephant while drinking water with his trunk, and I aimed my arrow at the source of the sound. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.